Thought I moved to Sydney to get a little piece of the city life they're talking about in the 90s, where everyone I meet don't wanna know my name, they wanna know what I do for a living.
And I've got, well, you know, well, honey, if it works, it works.
Don't record you recording.
Don't you record this?
Not that.
Anyway,
The songs don't earn me money from my pockets for cash every time I go basking. Everything I want's getting further out of reach, like a funky little apartment down in Bondi. I've been getting cozy with a Kiwi boy here.
hello, welcome to Urban Kitchen. Today we're up in the Blue Mountains of New South Wales, and we are the guests of Angela and Jamie at Xanthes Cottage. They're lovely hosts, and we're in this fantastic cottage. I'm in someone else's kitchen today, so we've got the access to a barbecue, so I'm going to make some lamb on the barbecue, and I'm also going to do 2 warm salads. The theme today is Middle Eastern. So going through the ingredients, I've got some silver beet spinach. I have over here, I have lemons, onion, chilli. I have some garlic. I also have some olives, which we're using for a side dish, and I'll talk about those a little bit later. Pepper and salt, olive oil. Over here I've got shallots, mint, some chives and some parsley. These ingredients are going into the salads. I've got here the chickpeas, the feta cheese and all of that, which I'll introduce a little bit later as I'm using them. I just want to talk to you about the lamb mince. Now, I've minced this before I came up here, and I've used lamb backstrap and some lamb strips, which have got a little bit of fat on it, so it's nice. I'm going to prepare the lamb first because I want the flavours of what I'm putting into here. So into the mince, I'm going to add a clove of garlic, a chopped onion, some parsley and some mint, and another basic Middle Eastern herb or spice is cumin, so I'm going to add that into it. You can use breadcrumbs to combine the mince, but I don't have any, so today I'm going to crack an egg into the mince and use that. Now, the best way to mince this all together is to use your hands. I'm just going to cover the mince up. And because it's cold outside, I'm just going to put it to the side because you want the flavours to go through the mince. So I'll just put that there. For the spinach, chickpea and lemon salad, we've got the silver beet, and I need a couple of onions, I need a couple of lemons, and I've got some chilli. So I'm just going to dice up the onion finely. Okay, so I've got a chilli, it's optional. And I always remove the seeds because the seeds can be a little bit hot. In some olive oil, just fry up the onion and the chilli together for about 10 minutes until they're nice and soft and combined. Just going to add some pepper and salt. Now, cinnamon. In this recipe, you don't use the grated cinnamon. To get a nice subtle flavour, you actually put in a whole cinnamon stick. And the flavour is very subtle, and after about 15 minutes it really starts to permeate through. So on a low to medium heat, we'll just let that all combine. Okay, so the spinach. Now, it looks like an awful lot of spinach, I know, but spinach actually breaks down quite significantly. Remove the white husks. I've chopped the spinach now, and what I'm going to do is add it into the mixture of chilli and leaving the cinnamon stick in there until the end. Obviously you'll take that out. The original recipe said this can actually take up to 20 minutes for the spinach to cook down, but really you just have to watch it. The spinach has been cooking for a little while, and you can see now that it's quite reduced in size. That's the consistency that you want. So now I'm going to drain the chickpeas. At this point now you want to add the lemon juice. So the juice of 2 lemons is sufficient. And really now that is another, 5 or 10 minutes only until the chickpeas have heated through. Some chives. And I'm also going to add in some mint. And we'll just pop that in. Can really smell that beautiful flavour of lemon, mint, cinnamon. It's beautiful. So I'll just let that heat through, and that's pretty much the spinach and chickpea with lemon salad done. The second salad that we're making today is pea and feta, and the dressing is a Dijon based dressing, and I'm going to make that first because I want the flavours of the dressing to permeate through. So the ingredients for the dressing is Dijon mustard, just a basic supermarket bought Dijon mustard, some red wine vinegar, some olive oil, pepper and salt, garlic and lemon juice. You want the right measurement of the mustard versus the vinegar versus the olive oil. So I'll just let that sit for a little while. So while the dressing's sitting there, I'm going to cook the peas. You can use natural peas, but it is Urban Kitchen, so frozen peas are absolutely fine. I choose baby peas. I'm just putting some wild rocket as the base with the pea salad. So I've just washed. I'm only using a tiny amount because the main ingredient obviously is the peas. So I'm putting some rocket in. Now I'm actually going to add some fresh herbs. I've got some chives, some fresh mint, and these shallots. Drain the peas and just let those sit there. And while that's cooling, I'll add the fresh herbs to the rocket. And I'm just going to deal with the feta now. The feta is it's cow's milk cheese, and it's organic, and it's Tim Boone, and it's made in Victoria, Australia.
Sinking like stones, all that we
the dressing's been sitting here for a little while, and I'm just going to test it just to see what the combination is. And I think it needs a little bit more Dijon, so I'm just going to add a fraction more. Look, perfect. Drizzle it, and I think 2 is enough. Just want to mix it through. I finished this salad. The pea and feta is ready to go, so I'm going to prepare the meat for the barbecue now. And I've got the mince that has been sitting and resting, and I'm going to prepare the skewers. What you want to do is you want to roll it up into like a sausage and just skewer through, and you want them to hold on. You can really smell the cumin, the mint. And what I'm doing now is I'm just going to get the other lamb out, and I'm today using French lamb cutlets, and these are so sweet and delicious. You do not need to do anything to them but cook them. It's a fabulous outlook right here in the middle of the Blue Mountains, and I think it's that cold you can actually see my breath coming out because it's a little bit chilly out here. So we're going to get right to cooking the meat, and I'm just going to put a little bit of olive oil and a little bit of olive oil onto the actual meat. So here we go.
We live in a beautiful world.
And the little chops we're going to put directly onto the grill tonight.
We live in a beautiful world. Sinking like stones, all that we
Here we go. For a winter's afternoon, what we have is we've got the pea and feta salad, the spinach and chickpea with lemon salad. These are all at room temperature. We've got the minced lamb kebabs and our lamb cutlets and our accompaniments. And it's very unusual, I know, for me to forget. Today we're drinking some Cab Sav from Norman's in McLaren Vale and Adelaide Hills.